Hi, today is Sunday the 4th of February 2018. My name is Yvonne Stewart-Williams and we're kicking off LGBTQ History Month, which is lesbian, bisexuals, transgenders, queers and gays. History Month with a bang and stuff. And because of course we've got Shrove Tuesday, which will be coming up soon and stuff, and Valentine's Day is going to be all of a bit of a hodgepodge. So I'm going to, not to frighten you, I'm going to start, for those, break you in gently with my queer gospel and stuff, and talk about, set you off with Shrove Tuesday and stuff, pancake mix and that. I hope you're going to enjoy it and that. Anyway, it's just to sort of like get us started, and we'll go without further ado. Dear Father, I hear, let thee without sin cast the first stone. Father, dear Father, only you can redeem me from the sin of internalized homophobia. Father, only you see me in my deepest secret hiding place, saying one thing while doing yet another, ogling lustily various shades, shapes and sizes, while reproaching brothers and sisters for doing the same thing. Father, you know the contents of my mind and heart, and witness all my fantasies. Father, you have watched me compromise while masturbating, or within the sexual act of sampling the sexy wares of individuals during coitus without constraints, with no intentions of welcoming them into the depth of my faith, and making an honest and holy monogamous marriage partner of them, which is witnessed by God within the midst of the faith-based congregation. Father, I have sinned. Father, I have sinned. Father, this Shrove Tuesday, I consciously confess my sins of internalized homophobia in all its covert and overt forms. I thank you, Father, for the grace of redemption. This Shrove Tuesday, and this Lent, I'm giving up homophobia. Giving up homophobia for Lent. Yep. So that is Shrove Tuesday pancake mix. And yeah, we're flying it off. We're kind of doing a mix up today on this Heathen Massive radio podcast on Mixcloud and stuff. And of course, if you are not able to hear it on Mixcloud for whatever reason, you can also sort of like find it on SoundCloud. I'll upload it to SoundCloud at some point. So yeah, so that's Shrove Tuesday pancake mix. Yeah, so what have I been up to? Well, we're started February, and this is one of my favourite months, not least because my mother's birthday falls within it, and so does my, the woman of, the same, well, the woman that I love and stuff, the woman of my dreams, her birthday is in there. I love her deeply, passionately, monogamously, endlessly, and hope to marry her in, that Quaker meeting house in Jamaica, which I aim to build and establish once the laws in Jamaica are changed to allow same-sex marriages. Yeah, so I want a faith-based I'd like a faith-based marriage with my same-sex partner, black Jamaican partner, in Jamaica, in my Quaker meeting house on my land, which is Guy's Hill. That's the district of Guy's Hill in the parish of St Mary's, and stuff. My half acre. So yeah, I look forward to that in the future and stuff. Got to build the meeting house first, mind you. The all-inclusive, LGBTQ inclusive and queer, inclusive meeting house, Quaker meeting house, combined with community centre and advice centre. So it's all to do. And so anyway, for her and stuff, this Valentine's, I'm going to sort of like play the next number. It's not a religious one, so you can take a deep breath and sort of like exhale now. There's only going to be two sort of like QGs, queer gospel types, and you've had one of them already, which is Shrove Tuesday pancake mix. And for those of you, the reason why I've put pancake mix is because like most people remember about the pancake, but they don't remember about the Shrove Tuesday, about like revealing the sin and hoping to sort of like be redeemed and all of that. But anyway, I'm not going to go into a biblical text because that was the previous podcast, which was Heathen Massive UK QG queer gospel and stuff like that, and that was filled to the brim, overflowing with sort of like the biblical sort of like gospel expression, like as applies to queer related issues. But anyway, without sort of like gabbling on too much and sort of like bashing my gums together, I'm going to sort of like play you a generic same-sex track and stuff, and it's for all of those who may feel same-sex-ish and stuff, and in this case it applies to a woman, but it could be equally, like males can sort of like, you can sort of like use your imaginations, just like, like gays have used their imaginations when it comes to sort of like like ordinary everyday sort of like tracks and stuff. And it's called Woman Loving Woman, and it's for those women out there who may have seen somebody who is into same-sex relationships and they don't know whether or not that person knows that they're into same-sex relationships as well, and that actually they may or may not may find them attractive and stuff. And so, like, because like obviously within this month of February we've got Valentine's Day, like when all the love hearts, the red roses come out and stuff, and people are sort of like, whoa, like going on one and stuff like that, really excelling with the like on one occasion even I have received like red roses with love heart chocolates and stuff like that, and a Valentine's note and stuff like that. To this day I don't know who sent it. It was the most beautiful thing to ever have happened to me and stuff like that. Well, aside from being in love with my same-sex love of my life and stuff like that. But anyway, so anyway, this is Woman Loving Woman. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, Woman Loving Woman. Yeah. I've got my mind set on you, my woman loving woman. Don't you know I am too? I'm a woman loving woman. Got my mind set on you. I'm a woman loving woman. Know you're woman loving too. There's my mind set on you.
yeah, so that's Woman Loving Woman and stuff. Yeah, for all those out there who want to reveal, bust out of that closet. Yeah, that's for sure. For this is the best month to do it and stuff. One of the best months and stuff, at least. Like when all of the sort of like lesbians, gays, bisexuals, transgenders, queers are sort of like people are sort of like going to events, sort of like talking about it. I mean, in my duty office, I've erected a rainbow flag, a Thames Reach rainbow flag, yeah, one that was used by last us Quake Thames Reach people for the London Pride of 2017, where Thames Reach made their first appearance and stuff, and I led them through with like of course, like the planning of it was sort of like conducted with me leading the Equalities and Diversity team through with the outside project founder Carla and stuff, Cola and stuff like that. And so yeah, it was great, fantastic and stuff. So we had flags and stuff like that. A great time was had by all, and like this year I am fortunate. I've sort of like said that I'm willing to throw my hat in and lead them through the planning stage of participating in the London Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender and Queer Pride March of 2018. So this year in July, stuff, the first Saturday in July, like Thames Reach will once again, like hopefully sort of like successfully go through and enjoy a good time will be had by all, I'm hoping, and that they'll enjoy themselves and stuff like that amongst people of LGBTQ ilks and allies and stuff like that. So, that's through there, and I know that it'll be fantastically supported and monitored and sort of like policed by the Metropolitan Police and stuff like that. There'll be lots of people there, the NHS, you name it. Like there's hardly any organisation that isn't amongst those many thousands that are parade, like can march through the fields of central London, so the streets. So yeah, that's fantastic. So what has my mental health been like and stuff? Because actually, on the 1st of February was Time to Talk Day, where which is a campaign for time to change, and time to change is an England-wide campaign to help end mental health discrimination and stigma. So Time to Talk Day was on, which is one of their campaigns and stuff, was on the 1st of February 2018. And I was sort of like talking about it with my clients and stuff like that, obviously. And also I had a day when that day I also went to a Dulwich and West Norwood, participated in a Dulwich and West Norwood executive meeting and stuff. So yeah, and duly in any other business, came to any other business, and I sort of like mentioned this time to talk and stuff, and asked everybody that was there, the politicians that were there, and activists and all the rest of it and stuff like that, how their mental health was doing on that fine day and stuff like that. Because I can't, obviously I was wearing my "Some People Are Gay, Get Over It" t-shirt, my Stonewall one, and like, and I'm nothing if not talking about mental health. Obviously I need to include my lesbian status and stuff. So we was talking about it. So talked about it at work, talked about it in the Ritzy bar, talked about it and stuff with my political colleagues, my conservatives and stuff. Yeah, and that was great. So like next year let's hope it's bigger and better. We want everybody talking about their mental health because it's so important and stuff. And if you happen to be an LGBTQ person who is unable, for whatever reason, valid reasons, I'm sure, no doubt, and you're not able to sort of like come out, or you really sort of like seriously attracted to someone, and you're within a sort of like religious sort of setting, and you dare not play queer gospel, or you've never heard of it, maybe, I don't know, I mean, like, or you, for whatever reason and stuff like that, you're unable to sort of like discuss LGBT matters, or participate, get get that hug, that meaningful hug, that kiss, like make love or whatever you want to do and stuff like that, or marry that person of your like same sex person that you want to sort of like wed and stuff like that, especially because of family. Your family won't like welcome it, or friends, colleagues, neighbors, like community or whatever, culture, or like you're not able to do it for whatever reason and stuff like that, or you're not able to sort of like do it in your faith base, and you want to marry in your place of worship and stuff, and be welcomed by your congregation and your brothers and sisters and all of that kind of business. Like it can be quite a stressful thing, and it can sort of like produce mental health, like variations and stuff. But anyway, for those who are, well, as we're sort of like coming up to Valentine's Day, I sort of like written a track called My Valentine's Girl and stuff. You notice that I'm singing on these, like it's unusual. But I think, like I had to rise to the occasion, because I don't see too many songs out there that's for same-sex partners, or, like like broadly across the fields and stuff like that. And I want to sort of like add my bit to it. So anyway, this is Valentine's Girls, My Valentine's Girl. And obviously I'm thinking, for me personally, I'm thinking about the woman that I love, who is based in Jamaica and stuff. I love her very, very, very much, and she is my Valentine's girl, like and stuff, and like I'm thinking about her. So like anyway, for whoever you're thinking about, that's great. Like maybe this song might help you a bit. Anyway, here we go.
Valentine's girl, my Valentine's girl, my Valentine's girl, don't you know this woman loves you? My Valentine's girl, don't you know I love my Valentine's girl? Valentine's girl, don't you know this woman loves you too? My Valentine's girl.
yeah, so that's my Valentine's girl and stuff. So yeah, as you can see, I sneaked my rock, my rock fetish in there and stuff like that. Yeah, as usual. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed that very much. I certainly did. You know, my Valentine's girl. So anyway, yeah, what have I been up to? Well, I have actually started writing officially. Well, there's two things I've been up to lately in recent times and stuff. I have declared my intention to want to be an MP at the 2020 general elections, at the first openly lesbian, black lesbian, for my Conservative Party, yeah, at the 2020 elections and stuff. And so I attended a round table and stuff. Was nominated by well, actually, I went there and it was and I declared it, like afterwards and stuff. And I was wearing my "Some Girls Are Married Girls Get Over It" Stonewall T-shirt and stuff to my Conservative campaign's headquarters and stuff. So yeah, and so what have I done since then to sort of like move that process forward? Well, I have submitted my intentions of application form into my Conservative Party, of course, because like I want to be there on the prospective parliamentary candidates list and stuff. I want to sort of like go through the process of like the tests and all the various sort of like long-winded things that you have to go through if you want to stand as a for the Conservatives at any elections and stuff. And I'm looking forward to sort of like I'm hoping that I will actually be able to stand for the Conservatives. Well, that's the only party I'm willing to stand for, and that's my party and stuff, and I love them and stuff. They're the best, second to none. Like so, like if you don't agree and stuff, we come into campaign mode, and obviously I'm still, like I'm, like on the going to be on the ballot papers for, like my local standing for councillor for my Brixton Cold Harbour ward and stuff. So yeah, that's coming up in May. So yeah, the 2020 elections, general elections, I'm hoping to be an MP, a member of Parliament and stuff like that in the House of Commons and stuff. So yeah, let's sort of like go for it. So anyway, not to be sort of like exclusively LGBT, because we got we've got allies and stuff, and our allies are very, very important and stuff. They're certainly important to me and stuff. And like I've written this track with like everybody in mind, like just to sort of like show you that I'm not sort of like like close-minded and stuff. And it's called Love is Love. And the words are: love is love, whether same sex or opposites. Okay? And stuff. And I'm singing it. So, you know what? I hope your ears don't bleed. So here it is. Ooh. Love is love, whether same sex or opposites. Love is
where the same sex are opposites. Love is love. Love is love. Love is love, where the same sex are opposites. Love is love, where the same sex are opposites. Love is love, where the same sex are opposites. Love is love, where the same sex are opposites. Love is love, where the same sex are opposites. Love is love, where the same sex are opposites. Love is love, where the same sex are opposites. Love is love, where the same sex are opposites.
So that's love is love. So the second thing that I was talking about before, as well as sort of like declaring my intention to stand and sort of like submitting my intent application, is that I'm going to write another book. Now, for some of you, you already know about Still on the Cusp of Madness, and maybe some of you go back as far as Altered Perceptions, 2 books that I've written and stuff. Maybe some of you know The Prison Number, or like or Heathen Massive Blue Line, but which are ebooks and stuff. So yeah, well, I'm going to write another book, but this is going to be about talking about my journey to hopefully become the first black openly lesbian Conservative member of Parliament and stuff. And this year is a funny year because, of course, it's not only is it about suffrage, but it's about when the first woman ever became an MP in the UK Parliament. It's 100 years since that happened, and that's taking place. Celebrations, recognition, reminders, memorials, talk are taking place about this, and and of course you've got people that are doing sterling work about getting more women MPs into Parliament, such as Francis Scott and stuff, with the 50-50 Parliament and stuff. Sort of like aiming to sort of like get MPs up their game, and lots are going on in society right now about women and and all of that kind of stuff. And obviously I want to add my quota as a lesbian and stuff, so obviously I'll be writing about it and stuff like that, and not least with the Conservatives Women's Organisation and all the rest of it and stuff like that. So yeah, there's all that. So I've been to a Quaker meeting today, Quaker meeting for worship and stuff, and it was a struggle to get out of the bed this morning. Oh my day, whew! Because I was at Apple store in Regent Street yesterday till it wasn't too late, but I was taking in some lessons, taking in knowledge and stuff. I was doing a quick start for Music Memo, the app, and also for Garage Band, notes and chords and stuff, and also doing an Apple Watch lesson, and also of course a studio session, where I was sort of like doing stuff, and it sort of like jogged my creativity and allowed me to sort of like come up with a short track. Gave Up Homophobia For Lent, which we're coming up to Lent soon after Shrove Tuesday and stuff. But anyway, you'll hear that one right at the end, and we'll probably sign off with that one. For those of us who suffered with internalized homophobia, which I sort of like alluded to, was a sin I was talking about in Shrove Tuesday pancake mix and stuff. Let's hope LGBT History Month allows you to sort of like dig deep to the covert, overt ways in which that manifests itself. Yeah, so and for Lent, let's hope more people sort of like give up their homophobia and stuff. But anyway, just for now, I was talking about the Quaker meeting that I went to today. So like I was on welcoming duties. Yeah, so I was at the door, and for a change, I wasn't wearing a Stonewall t-shirt or a Rainbow Quaker t-shirt. I was wearing a Quaker t-shirt, a young Quakers. I'm not really that young, but anyway, I was wearing a Young Friends general meeting sweatshirt and stuff, and welcoming people at the door. It was, it's great to be in a Quaker meeting today and stuff this Sunday, and that, and I came away feeling refreshed and happy, and went down to my local Ritzy bar. Followed it by going to my local Ritzy bar, neighbourhood Ritzy bar, and having a latte, talking with the staff, like messing about with my Apple products and stuff like that. I had hoped that I might fly one of my drones and stuff, and that, because I enjoy like that hobby, that pastime, and all the rest of it. But instead, I went to my local Brixton M&S, Marks and Spencer's, did some food shopping, and then came home and did some domestic admin. It has to be done, folks, and even I have to do my own domestic admin. So anyway, before we go further and get into that, let me sort of like play you a track. It was titled by my son after he finished hearing my creations and stuff. It's called Dyke Attack. So anyway, yeah. So this is another creation, sort of like made on GarageBand and stuff on my iPad. You can make GarageBand on your, some of, like my GarageBand stuff I make on my my iPhone or an iPod, or like even you can make it on your Mac. But anyway, this one was made on my iPad and stuff, and it's called Dyke Attack. And just in case you're wondering, I am sort of like recording this on Logic Pro 10. So so anyway, here's Dyke Attack.
Dyke Attack. Dyke Attack. Dyke Attack. Dyke Attack.
yeah, so that's Dyke Attack. So you're probably wondering, maybe you're not actually, but I'm going to tell you anyway about the kind of new plans, sort of like that I've been sort of like making for my mental health and that, and sort of like so that it doesn't erupt into the opposite side of the coin and become a mental illness. So basically, it's about work-life balance. So later on this week, in this month, I have an interview to become an assistant support worker for my hostel, my Waterloo Project hostel, Thames Reach hostel, and stuff. And it's about sort of like, I mean, with all the things I do and stuff like that, it's about sort of like taking care of myself and that. I may or may not get the job. It's what's advertised externally and stuff. I've been shortlisted and my interview is coming up. And I would really relish having that assistant support worker role, position. I am currently a support worker, and although there is well, the differences between the two workers and what they do and stuff like that is debatable. I think that you're not. There's hardly any difference actually. I mean, but there is a pay cut difference. There's a definite financial difference and stuff, and it'll be taking a pay cut, and obviously as a position it'll be a step down, and that. But I've got that interview coming up, and I'm looking forward to it, and it falls within my favourite month and stuff, as I say. So I'm hoping for the best. I might not get it and stuff. I don't know, but I'll try my best to, and that. The other thing that I've been doing is sort of like that I'm so very, 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 very keen on Apple products and stuff. I'm all things Apple, me, and that as tied to Apple as I am to LGBT issues and Stonewall and stuff. I love my Stonewall. Definitely love Stonewall. I have been sort of like concentrating on sort of like passing my time with the Swift programming, coding and stuff. I love it. It's so interesting. It's it's fantastic. I just love it. I get on my iPad or sometimes my Mac. It depends which one, whether I'm doing it via iBooks or iTunes U, and stuff. And I get on with the Swift coding, programming and stuff, learning it, and it's so interesting. It's just like fabulous. I would sort of like say it's essential for anybody to do it. It's just like such fun, and and actually it's real sort of like takes you out of like whatever you're thinking about, and sort of like puts you in a complete it's just amazing. I love it and stuff. So anyway, I've been getting on with that and that, and obviously talking to loved ones and spending time with loved ones and stuff like that is another one of my pastimes and stuff, and my plights to be sort of like have greater work-life balance, as well as and actually talking about loved ones, nearest and dearest and stuff. My dearest, oldest dearest friend and stuff, bigot rat. Well, I'm hoping that next Sunday, or during this month, to sort of like meet up with her and stuff. I haven't seen her since the year began, and that to go and see the film, one of the magnificent film, I must say, God's Own Country. I've seen it at least twice and stuff, and it's amazing. It's fantastic and stuff, and I just love it, and I can't see it enough. And in fact, I'm gonna try and download it on my iPad and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna see if it's in iTunes and stuff, in the films, in the movies and stuff like that, and see if I can sort of like download it. Yeah, God's Own Country. It's a must. So like I'm hoping to see it for this LGBT History Month and stuff with my oldest dearest friend and that. Yeah, brilliant film, excellent film, masterpiece. Yeah, so before I go on too much, you can hear that I'm sort of like taking care of myself, as well as eating well and trying to sleep better and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, it's all good. So anyway, now I'm gonna sort of like play you, like another track that I created and stuff. It's called One in a Trillion Girl and stuff. So enjoy.
She makes me happy. She makes this woman happy. Dancing with my baby, she makes me happy. She makes this woman happy. Dancing with my baby, she makes me happy. She makes this woman happy.
Yeah, so that was 1 in a trillion girl and stuff. So this LGBT History Month, which includes Valentine's and stuff for the masses and stuff. Yeah, I've been frequenting, having lattes no less, in my local neighbourhood Black Cultural Archives. Yeah, in Brixton, Windrush Square. Yeah, and stuff. And wearing my Stonewall t-shirts no less. I think, one day I rocked up in there in my "Some People Are Gay, Get Over It" sweatshirt. And then I had some pictures taken, and then I also rocked up in there in my Stonewall "Some People Are Lesbians, Get Over It" t-shirt. And had pictures and videos taken, walked around the cafe and stuff like that. It was a blast. It was fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, my local, so I don't just, frequent the Ritzy Cinema or the Ritzy Bar or Starbucks. Yeah, I get around. And stuff like that. And I'm sitting there and enjoying myself. So, Shrove Tuesday is on the 13th of 2018, February month and stuff. And, if you're like me, for Shrove Tuesday, well, sort of like down in the pancakes, sort of like think your sin. Well, I think my sin is internalized homophobia and stuff. It still catches me off guard and stuff when I don't think that I'm equal and par and stuff, or someone else isn't, and that. And I want to sort of like, be rid of that and stuff, be redeemed and stuff from my internalized homophobia, and sort of like be a whole, healthy lesbian, yeah, and loved by my higher power, he, she, or it, and stuff. Yeah. For Lent, of course, I'm giving up homophobia for Lent and stuff. You can join me and that, whoever you are, whether straight or gay, LGBTQ, whatever you are and stuff like that, you can give up homophobia for Lent and stuff. Yeah, and yeah, whatever you're doing, enjoy and stuff, because life's short and that, and there's no rehearsals. Can't relive yesterday and stuff like that. You can't get your life back and stuff in that way. You just got to sort of like move forward. So yeah. So whatever you're doing, wherever you are and stuff. Oh, one last thing I'll tell you, that I am still operating C. Stewart Equality Education Limited, which is my business, my IT business, sort of like, mainly sort of like teaching people about Apple products and stuff like that. Well, it'll be mainly about my drones, like drone flying or Sphero robots, sort of like manoeuvring and coding and that, teaching coding and all the rest of it. But, it's not exclusively and stuff. So, yeah, you'll see this, get hold of me if you're someone that lives, works, plays in Brixton, give us a shout and stuff like that. And, we'll see, because it's apprenticeship rates and stuff is what I charge. And of course, the 2018 apprenticeship rate has gone up. It's now £3.70 an hour. It's a bargain. It's a bargain and stuff. And we sort of like work it out in the Ritzy Bar, or if you want, the Black Cultural Archives, we can go there and stuff. Yeah. Um, and yeah, let's go for it and stuff like that. And we can talk about drones and coding and stuff. Swift programming. Yeah, and that. So I'll sort of like if you work wrestling playing in Brixton and that, please get hold of me. No problem. We'll make an arrangement. I spend about 10 hours a week on that, up to about 10 hours a week on my business, of which I'm a director and that. And you know what? I'm happy about that. And of course, as you know, the profits that I make from it, after paying taxes and all the rest of it, that will go towards a care leavers retreat, motivational retreat and stuff. And some money might get donated to good causes such as Outside Project, like for Britain's first LGBTQ night shelter, or maybe the Albert Kennedy Trust. I don't know, maybe even Stonewall and stuff. Who knows and stuff. But it will go to a good cause. But the main thing that I'm saving for at the moment, the profits are going to go towards Care Leavers Retreat, motivational retreat. So yeah, Google me and you'll see the details if you Google me and stuff like that. Anyway, for those of you that are sort of like listening to this podcast on my Poverty of Aspiration Busted blogger.com blog, then you probably see the details of it on the YouTube clip and stuff. So it'll be on YouTube. So yeah. Anyway, Google me. Happy to talk about it. So anyway, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, have a good one, and we'll end on this. Gave up homophobia for Lent.
Was struggling, being held back. Stress almost brought me a heart attack. My isolation was like a dark room, producing my best negatives. I stood accused of playing fast and loose with a moral vacuum filled with homophobic views. I prayed, I handed it over to the higher power. Then my conscience sent me a message. So I stood up, I fessed up. The Holy Spirit washed me in the Lamb's blood and filled me with my best buzz. Then I found the courage to give up homophobia for Lent. To give up homophobia for Lent.